folks, once again we are back on the road with the Hyena hitman, Uncle Steve. I rushed over to Steve's house today because we've had a report. Steve, tell us a little bit about this report here.
From what I understand, the guy was attacked by hyenas right at the homestead again. He survived the injuries, so hopefully we'll see him in a little bit and get more details. But obviously if the hyenas are now attacking people, we need to go and discipline them a little bit.
Today we have Alex in the background, who you might well remember from last time. And Fidza is our National Parks Ranger. He's also in the back here. But we are racing a little bit about against the time today because we look like we have some weather building up here. So we're hoping not to get rained out, but it is an emergency, so we're gonna do our best.
Yeah, so Eddie, very strange, interesting story about this bus. There's an old guy who jumped on the bus and said, he was in Zim. He said, I'm going to die on my way, but make sure you deliver my body to Malawi. If you don't, I'll curse this bus company. And before he left Zim, he died in the bus before he got to the border. So the obviously bus driver called the police and they pulled the body out. On the bus's way, on the return journey, it broke down there. Every mechanic who tried to fix it couldn't get it to move. They called a tow truck company. The tow truck company came. The tow truck arrived at the bus and the tow truck broke down, and then they had to bring a tow truck for the tow truck to take the tow truck back to town. And every attempt to try and rescue that bus and take it out of that place hasn't happened. So it's sitting there like a landmark for a couple of years now. And no one wants to touch it because they believe it's cursed.
Funny what stories you hear in Africa. There's a lot of witchcraft, so maybe the hyenas have been here. Hey, Steve?
Maybe. We'll find out later.
So Steve, how long has that bus been there?
At least 5 years, if not more, eh? It's got to be more. But no one will touch it. And I mean no one. They haven't even stolen the wheels off of it. Because they believe if they touch it or take anything, whatever spirits have cursed that bus will jump onto them and cause them some destruction. But Andy, if you see that hill there in the middle of town, there was a hyena problem reported throughout town, and we located the den site on that hill. There was 4 hyenas. We shot all 4, but we're talking about in the middle of a town. And this is the biggest town in the area. It's more like a city. You can see the fuel station, schools, housing, residential areas. So hyenas have moved into places where you'd never expect ever hyenas to be. So this is the same area where the guy was attacked, that hopefully we'll be meeting shortly, and then we can find out exactly where he stays.
We have spotted our man, our injured man.
Sure.
Sure. Sure.
Papa area bali mo baza.
Bano on tatambira.
Got attacked, eh? Grabbed him by the foot and started dragging him away, and the other people came and beat it with sticks and chased it away. Lucky, he's very lucky. He's still got all his toes. Looks like. So let's see.
My fingers is a ripo.
Yes.
Oh. My fingers. My fingers are past. Fingers are I'm getting a little Shona lesson here. I called them are the fingers of down there still okay? But they are, but they Chigunwe. Chigunwe. Yeah.
Anzitorone huyo ndaubudawo.
Unakubuda chama. Ndaubuda chama. Raungone kwa ku Germany ngoko. Ndono ndapinda mu Germany.
Okay, bye.
Do you want to wait here and we go in front?
Hey, you must be friendly to the people.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
But it sounds like one big hyena only, Andy, from what I can tell.
Land.
Yeah, Andy, quick one. If you look at the area, on any of these hills, the hyenas can have a den. So they move between the den sites and they move over a vast area. So there's no guarantee we'll catch up with the problem hyena. But it's the second time I've come to this location to deal with hyenas that have attacked people. So I did kill the last one. and hopefully we can get this one as well.
Vandavhuzira gumbo raiso mwana akabata va utrai kuda kuriro ratiza kadaisa indakangona friction ndazonyasoona kuti matombo ari kutoso kuti rakutotiza rakutoenda nomaitiro azvakaita.
Muri mangani kuno
wano vanosvika panapa wakawanda zvokuma near 40 vana kudarika na 50.
Saka mabhere akapinda pamuno ese.
Rinopinda.
Yeah, the last person was the 3-year-old. The house door was open and the hyena went into the house and grabbed the child by the head and started pulling the child out, and the child screamed and the mom grabbed the legs of the child and did a tug of war with the hyena until the hyena let go. And that's very close to here. So this area hotspot for hyena attacks. Now this area, Mutoka area, very well known for ancestral worship, demonic activity, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we're driving around trying to find a call site. We have seen some fresh spoor already from the hyena, but let's see if we can actually find a call site. And on top of that, the rain decided to land on top of us, where there's no rain anywhere else around us, but exactly where we want to call for hyena. So I don't believe necessarily that's a coincidence, but let's see how it turns out.
So the rain has finally subsided and we've got clear skies. Steve is reversing the truck into position. We're going to set up the speakers, everything as quick as possible, and hopefully we're going to get this job done tonight. This whole spiritual thing is getting a little bit out of hand. Apparently the family that owned this piece of land, their home is just over there, but they all died of mysterious diseases. No one really knows what happened. And there's fruit trees here, but no one will eat the fruit because they believe it's like cursed. See, here's a guava tree. It's a sure sign of strange things when there's ripe fruit. I mean, they're lying all on the ground under here, but no one will eat them. Spooky, spooky, spooky. The forbidden fruits. Steve, I don't think that's a good idea.
They just got washed by the rain. They're nice and clean. I feel the fire is relatively small, but we'll work on it a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna put the speaker going down the valley. The whole valley is full of villages, so any hyenas coming off the hills to go and attack in the village will hear this particular one and come in. The other one I'm gonna head back to where there was a known den site, but no one knows where they are now. So one where we think they are and one where we know they're attacking. This one is specifically aimed where that guy was bitten on the foot, which is immediately behind that sausage tree there in that dip. So we've rushed out. I know it's getting late. We're doing our best, but tonight we're using the Pulsar SQ35 Pro as a primary shooter and one of the night sight digexers as backup. So let's see how it goes. I'm just showing what the unit looks like. Tonight it'll be mounted on a 7mm Remington Magnum, which is more than enough for hyena. So if some comes in, let's see if we can get some kill shots on camera. We're using the Swift Sirocco 2s, bonded core bullet, very, very good, excellent penetration. They've got a polymer tip, so they're very good with accuracy as well. So let's see how they perform. Normally they whistle through hyena though. Okay, right guys, tonight we've got a new bit of kit from Pulsar. It's their new LRF merger, the XL50, the top of the range. It's got night vision and thermal. It's a very, very clear and awesome bit of gear. So it can record as well, which is outstanding. So let's see what we can do with this tonight, from scanning to calling shots. So if they're anywhere around there even, they'll pick it up, because hyenas can hear from very far. So we might even hear them before we start. At least these guys say so. Let's see. Then we get busy. And
right folks, we are officially running out of light. So probably the next thing you'll see will all be the Pulsar thermal devices. So here we go. Spooky, spooky hyena time. leaf, I think I saw something, but
Are you sure?
yeah.
What did it look like?
Like maybe it's a mombi. Definitely something moving like that.
Are you still seeing it or not?
Hold on, I'll give it to you when I see it.
No, I'll use this one.
You see where the house is?
Yeah.
The top left corner of the house. If you go like, there's some bushes there. Top left corner, you go up 2 meters and left 6 meters. Not really, but just from the side.
I've got something moving here, boss.
Where?
Much further than you're saying. There.
Like almost in the gomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
That thing.
That's the thing I'm talking about.
Okay, what I want you to do is stay on it, and I'll turn on the mumbe dying.
Okay.
And then see what it does. But what's it doing on the gomo? So,
So I thought maybe it's a mombi.
no, stay on it. Moving or not?
Looks like it's moving, isn't it?
Not fast enough to be a bear.
Maybe a leopard.
Hyena coming, right in front of us. Get ready. Where is he? Where?
You see him?
Yep. Stay there. Yep. Watch him.
Running. Down. Down.
Okay, stay there. Stay on him. He's down, eh?
He's down.
Let me turn it down. I don't like taking those straight on shots, but it's the only one I had. So this hyena came running in directly away from us, which is we're facing where the attack occurred at the gum trees, where that guy had his foot bitten. So it's very interesting that the hyena came direct from there. On our left is the den site, and on our right is the village. But this hyena came straight from where that guy had his foot attacked. I did a big recce, went to the attack site, went to where I thought the possible den was. We came to a place, this is a gentleman that got attacked, started calling, the hyena came in on about the third call, came straight in. Outstanding footage on those pulsar units, knocked it down. Didn't go very far, you'll see the footage. In this area, I think this is the only hyena. We carried on playing for another hour and nothing else came in, so it's obvious this is the problem animal. So a very good service to the community.